Imagine a world where carrots are worth their weight in gold. Now, picture a determined rabbit on a mission to find the most precious vegetables in the land. This is no ordinary bunny tale. It has an adventure that will make your whiskers twitch with excitement. Our story begins in a cozy burrow nestled deep within a lush forest. The sun had barely peeked over the horizon when our furry protagonist, a young rabbit named Hopscotch, stirred from his slumber. His nose twitched with anticipation as he remembered the important task that lay ahead. A trip to the market to procure the finest carrots for his beloved mother. Hopscotch's mother, a wise and gentle doe, had been feeling under the weather lately. The local herbalist had prescribed a special remedy. A hearty soup made from the sweetest, most vibrant carrots in all the land. And there was only one place to find such exquisite vegetables. The bustling carrot bazaar in the heart of Bunnyville. As Hopscotch emerged from his burrow, he paused to straighten his lucky floppy ear and adjust the tiny satchel slung across his chest. Inside, he carried a pouch of acorn coins, his life savings, which he had diligently collected over the past year. He knew that the finest carrots wouldn't come cheap, but no price was too high for his mother's health and happiness. With a determined hop in his step, Hopscotch set off down the winding forest path. The morning dew glistened on the leaves, and the air was filled with the sweet melodies of songbirds greeting the new day. As he bounded along, Hopscotch couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. This was his first solo trip to the market, and he was eager to prove himself capable and responsible. As he neared the outskirts of Bunnyville, the forest began to thin, giving way to neatly tended gardens and quaint cottages. The air was filled with the delightful aroma of freshly baked carrot muffins wafting from Mrs. Cottontail's bakery. Hopscotch's stomach rumbled, reminding him that he had skipped breakfast in his haste to start his journey. But he shook his head, refocusing on his mission. There would be time for treats later. Right now, he had carrots to find. The carrot bazaar was a sight to behold. Rows upon rows of colorful stalls stretched as far as the eye could see, each one overflowing with an array of vegetables that would make any rabbit's mouth water. Plump orange carrots, slender purple heirloom varieties, and even rare golden carrots that seemed to glow in the morning sunlight. The choices were overwhelming. Hopscotch's ears perked up as he overheard snippets of conversation from the other market goers. "Did you hear about the great carrot shortage?" whispered a portly hare to his companion. "They say the best carrots are being snapped up faster than you can say hip." Feeling a sense of urgency, Hopscotch scampered from stall to stall, his eyes wide as he took in the dizzying array of options. He carefully inspected each bunch of carrots, remembering his mother's lessons on how to choose the perfect specimens. Look for bright colors, firm texture, and a sweet aroma. Her voice echoed in his mind. As he rounded a corner, Hopscotch's heart skipped a beat. There, at a modest stall run by a kindly old rabbit with spectacles perched on his nose, was the most beautiful bunch of carrots he had ever seen. Their orange hue was so vibrant it almost hurt to look at them, and the leafy tops were a lush, healthy green. "Excuse me, sir," Hopscotch said politely, his voice quivering with excitement. "How much for this bunch of carrots?" The old rabbit peered down at him over his spectacles and smiled warmly. "Ah, you've got a good eye, young one. These are my prize-winning carrots, grown with love and a touch of magic from the enchanted meadow. They'll cost you ... 10 acorn coins." Hopscotch's heart sank. He only had 8 acorn coins in his pouch. For a moment, he considered giving up and settling for a less impressive bunch. But then he thought of his mother's warm smile, and how much these carrots would mean to her. Taking a deep breath, Hopscotch looked up at the old rabbit with determination in his eyes. "Sir, I only have 8 acorn coins, but these carrots are for my mother, who isn't feeling well. Is there any way I could, perhaps, ... work to earn the extra 2 coins? The old rabbit's eyes twinkled with amusement and admiration. "Well, he chuckled, stroking his whiskers thoughtfully. "It's not often I meet a young rabbit with such dedication. Tell you what, if you help me organize my stall and make some deliveries, I'll let you have the carrots for 8 coins. Overjoyed, Hopscotch eagerly agreed. He spent the next hour arranging vegetables, chatting with customers, and hopping all over the market to deliver orders. By the time he was done, the sun was high in the sky, and his fur was damp with perspiration. But as the old rabbit handed him the prized bunch of carrots, carefully wrapped in a leaf, Hopscotch felt a surge of pride and accomplishment. With his precious cargo secured in his satchel, Hopscotch began the journey home. His paws were tired, and his stomach grumbled with hunger, but his heart was light. He could not wait to see the look on his mother's face when he presented her with the most magnificent carrots in all of Bunnyville. As he hopped along the forest path, Hopscotch reflected on his adventure. He had faced challenges, made new friends, and learned valuable lessons about hard work and perseverance. But most importantly, he had discovered the joy of doing something kind for someone he loved. The sun was just beginning to set as Hopscotch finally reached his burrow. As he ducked inside, the warm, earthy scent of home enveloped him. "Mother, I'm back!" he called out excitedly. "And wait until you see what I've brought!" And so, as Hopscotch presented his mother with a beautiful bunch of carrots, their burrow filled with a sound of joyful laughter and the promise of a delicious, healing soup. It had been quite an adventure indeed. All for the love of carrots and family.